Fire in the hole, let's make some crab burgers. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you haven't figured it out by now, crab burgers are just crab cakes, but we're going to put them on a bun. What I've got here is some lump crab meat. I've got 16 ounces of lump crab meat, and that's good stuff. It's quite expensive. And to bolster that, you know, I've got some claw meat, which is half the price of lump crab meat. It's just as good. It's all crab, just a little of a different color, that's all. Just going to get that in our bowl. Yeah, that's a good amount of crab right there. It's enough to make at least 4 large crab cakes. And to that we're going to put an egg, a piece of cactus fruit, good stuff. Bear with me. Okay. And we're going to add 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. You don't want too much mayonnaise because it'll make your mixture too sloppy. And I got a little bit of Dijon mustard. About a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Then I've got some red bell pepper that I diced up, and what I like about that is it gives it a kind of a nice color. And we got a little bit of parsley flakes. We're just going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley flakes in there, like that. And you know what I forgot? I forgot to get the Old Bay, so hang on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I got my Old Bay seasoning, and we're going to add some of that, about a tablespoon of Old Bay. I'll do it like this. You want about a tablespoon of Old Bay, a good tablespoon. Maybe let's call it 2 tablespoons of Old Bay, because that's good stuff, man. And then you got to get some cracker crumbs. Take a plastic bag and break up some crackers. You know, soda crackers is all they are. I'm going to dump that in there. That's about a dozen soda crackers. You don't want too much soda crackers, or your crab cakes will be, you know, too much breading. You don't want that much breading in there. So we're going to mix this all up. Looks good already. Looks good enough to eat, doesn't it? Yeah, we're going to mix that up. You can smell that Old Bay. Smells excellent. Got our lump crab meat and our claw crab meat mixed in. Going to mix that all up. Going to get it to a consistency that we want, which is just about like that. You see how it's kind of hanging together a little bit, but not really. I can't explain it. You just kind of have to have a feel for it. You got to kind of get it where it'll, where you can patty it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put a little bit more mayonnaise. I think I want a little bit more mayonnaise to make it where it'll patty up real nice. Just a little bit more mayonnaise. Yeah, there we go. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to patty this up into burger-shaped patties. And then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about an hour to let them set up. And then we'll come back and we'll get our griddle hot and we'll cook these babies up, so stay tuned. So as you can see, I've got my ballistic griddle installed, and the ballistic griddle is the brainchild of Greg from Ballistic Barbecue, and he partnered with Craycourt to make this stainless steel griddle that turns your kettle into a flat top. So you got a kind of a flat top going on there. You can see my crab burger starting to sizzle a little bit, and then we got to flip it over without it breaking apart, which I don't know if that's going to happen, so I think I'll flip it off camera, you know what I'm saying? We'll get one side of it browned up, we'll flip it over. I might have to do a little, you know, food repair, and then we'll bring it back and we'll dress this burger up, and we're going to drink a beer, and I got a very special beer for today, so please stay tuned. Yeah, you know that puppy flew apart when I flipped it, right? So I had to do a little food repair with my spatula, you know what I'm saying? Had to gotta kind of push it all together again, but it's okay, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna cook the other side up. We're gonna get them on a bun. We're gonna dress them up, and then we're gonna drink a beer, so stay tuned. So I got a nice poppy seed bun that I toasted on the griddle. It's another nice thing about the griddle is you can toast stuff on it. I've got some tomatoes and lettuce on there, and I'm gonna put down on there. I'm gonna get my I get my crab burger over here, get him on top of that, like that. He's falling apart, but that's okay. It's okay. And then we're gonna put some, I like a little cocktail sauce on mine. So I'm gonna put a little bit of seafood cocktail sauce on top. How's that look? And let me get the top on that. Get that squished down a little bit. How's that look? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, is it? Let me get a beer and I'll come back and we'll take a taste of that, so stay tuned. So there's the Frosty Root Boy mug, and here's today's beer. It's a little dark here, but you can see this is Ballast Point Watermelon Dorado. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. The boys on Reddit had a very low opinion of it. They said it tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. But I don't know, I think it's going to be good. I'm going to give it a taste. There's only one way to find out, right, Roll? That's to pour some out, take a sniff, take a taste, and decide for ourselves. Oh man, it's really foamy. Some really foamy beer right there. Look at that. It's got quite a head on it. Watermelon Dorado. Yeah, they were very derogatory about it on Reddit, on beer porn. They were talking about it, saying it tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher and it's not a good beer. Looks pretty good to me. It's got a beautiful amber color. It's got a lot of head. We're gonna have to let that head settle out before we can do anything with that. I got my Krabby Burger waiting on me to take a taste of it. And I gotta pour the rest of this out, or I'm just gonna not mess with it. We're gonna have to sniff it and quaff the froth off it, Roll. What do you think? Look at the beautiful color of that. Beautiful amber color. Let's take a sniff. Ah. That smells really good. I can smell the hops and barley. I really don't detect any watermelon flavor. Let's quaff the froth, Roll. Let's find out. Well, I think I know what they were talking about now. It's kind of sweet. It's got a kind of a sweet flavor. That's Ballast Point Watermelon Dorado. But it's good. It's good beer. It tastes good. But the watermelon is kind of a weird flavor with the beer. I don't know. I like it, but I don't know. I'm reserving judgment on this one. Some of that foam went up my nose. All right, so let's get my Krabby Burger over to the forefront here, and let's zoom in on that a little bit. The ballistic griddle outperformed itself, you know that, right? So you know, I zigged when I should have zagged, and I took a bite of my burger, but I didn't have the camera on. So, you know, I lost that whole sequence where I say, you know what I always say. I say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. I'm talking with my mouth full. If you don't, go over and see a dude named Almazan. He's a Serbian guy. His photography is amazing. And he cooks everything outdoors, out in the woods. You got to check out Almazan. Subscribe to me if you want to be nice to me. And yeah, my crab burger, I already took a bite of it. It's really good. It fell apart, you know, but I'm still going to eat it. Don't worry. It tastes really good. And you know what I always say? Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I'll bet you we drink a beer. Okay, babies, I'll see you next week. Bye.